Yeah, another hype one. Came on the Mano back with my man Two Phone Tone, aka Tone. Stay stoned.
Yeah.
Lot of great PlayStation news coming out of the PlayStation camp. Recently they just had their PlayStation reveal and it came out pretty great, pretty awesome. Had a lot of great games, a lot of great hardware, and everything okay over there?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's
Just got a
fine.
little bit of rustling.
I'm just working out the kinks. Need some WD-40 back here for real.
Oakley dokley. All right, so Tone, let me get your standouts on the PlayStation games real quick before we get completely into the show.
On the standouts on the PlayStation, Miles Morales.
Uh huh.
Miles Morales. Miles Morales.
Uh huh.
Horizon. Miles Morales.
I think for me, I had Spider-Man. I had Gran Turismo 7. Of course, I knew they was gonna come out the gate with Spider-Man. Anybody who knew that was gonna be the first game they showed or some type
Pretty
of
much.
Spider-Man.
If it wasn't Gears of War, it was going to be Spider-Man. I'm not Gears of War. If it wasn't going to be like Uncharted or some shit, it was going to be Spider-Man or God of War. My bad.
Something like that. I had Ratchet and Clank up there too. Ratchet and Clank looked really good to me. And then Project Athea, that also looked like a really good game. And this Destruction All Stars joint looked really good to me. Oddly enough, it just looked like kind of like some type of Rocket League weird thing that meets Twisted Metal. I thought it looked pretty interesting. I can definitely see a lot of people streaming that game, playing it. It's probably gonna be one of those crowd favorite games in the up and coming times. Ratchet and Clank, I feel like that's the one thing PlayStation gonna always have us beat on. Like they make fucking awesome platformers. Sure. But that goes way back to my Xbox Series X rant when Xbox did their reveal. And I was thinking like, bruh, where the fuck is Cameo? Where the fuck is Viva Pinata? Get into y'all fucking IPs and shit like, yeah, man, only on Xbox, only on Xbox. I kept hearing only on PlayStation, PlayStation only. I'm sitting there like, yo, they kind of got a lot of exclusives going right now. I ain't get nervous though because I know Xbox kind of had to shield the big guns for the event later on that's going to take place. So we looking forward to that too.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
No faith, yo. No faith. You said Horizon. I was like, Horizon kind of pissed me off. They had this white woman defending Earth against Africans with dreads and Native American clothes.
Oh man, we want to get into that. We definitely going to chop into that for sure. But the only reason why I said Horizon, it was only for the simple fact out of nostalgic feel. I was a fan of it for the first one. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That was only because I didn't really have no games for the PlayStation to really start with. So that was my only first game.
Played the shit out of that shit, huh?
Yeah, until I got Ghost Recon, and then that's when I just said, "Fuck the PlayStation, it's
ooh.
born." You feel me?
Talking Ghost Recon, niggas don't know about that Ghost Recon.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
You know what it was?
The worst one.
You know what they probably should have dropped too? That would have got niggas excited if they'd grabbed
what was that?
Soulcom and made a Soulcom reveal. Like niggas used to
you know what?
Soulcom.
You know what? Just to be in a bag, yo, I think Soulcom definitely would have took it. But is Soulcom under EA?
I think Soulcom is. I don't think it's EA. I'm not sure, but I know PlayStation. Soulcom never.
Yeah, I know
Xbox.
they definitely got PlayStation for sure.
Another game that kind of stood out to me was the Astro's Playground or whatever. You know, it's just a tech demo to show off the controller for the PlayStation, but it is going to launch with every PlayStation. So as soon as you plug your PlayStation up, you will have a game to play. Backwards compatibility. They said they will have it. You'll be able to put your PlayStation disc inside of your PlayStation and play. Of course, they probably won't have the full library of playable games and stuff like that, but we'll see that as the console grows and everything. They already revealed the specs, 4K Blue HD drive, the SSD, terabyte. So, it's a solid event, very solid event. I definitely, hands down, will give it to PlayStation's event over the Microsoft event that recently came out. The Microsoft one was very flat. No life.
It's very dry.
Showed a bunch of independent games. No Nothing really to sneeze at because Microsoft had already got a lot of information out there, and Microsoft has been kind of rolling. It's like that kid that finished all the project and the homework, so now he's just sitting back with his arms crossed, just waiting to shit on shit. I can tell. I can tell Microsoft is just sitting back waiting to shit on shit because they already had the
Oh, so
console
y'all
out.
doing this?
Yeah, they already had the console design out a long time ago. Like, not to brag, but me and Tone told PlayStation niggas off gate that the shit that they were seeing were probably a rendering. And Tone, what do you know? The shit came out and it looked nothing like the renderings, right? PlayStation
I mean, but
niggas.
it goes to show, yo. It just goes to show, yo. Like my nigga, research pays the fuck off. Don't
Yeah.
trust nobody else's research unless you
Or click
trust
the
your own
article.
research.
Click the article
You
and read
feel
what it
me?
says. Don't
Click
just
the
post the
article, my
headlines.
nigga. But you
But
know,
the
PlayStation
controller is
niggas don't
growing on me.
read.
The PlayStation has. I'm a PlayStation fan. I won't lie to you guys, but the PlayStation controller is growing on me. The design of the actual system is ugly as shit, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, the Astro Playground. It looks like a cool little platform. I think Microsoft, we really gonna have to come with it when it comes to the games and everything. But shouts out to PlayStation. Shouts out to Sony. It had an amazing reveal, amazing event. I was thoroughly entertained. A lot of games. They had a lot of games that aren't exclusive to the PlayStation that'll be coming up. Resident Evil, a couple other games.
I'm excited for that. I ain't gonna
2K,
lie.
yeah. But it was a great event, and I don't think anything was really lacking. Not that I can think of. Like, they showed a lot of good games, a lot of exclusives. Showed a lot of hardware, a lot of stuff that's coming with it.
I got a few critiques about it,
Okay.
and it's only I just say this, and it's only in the light of the Black Lives Matter campaign and everything like that. You feel me? But I, me personally, I take a lot of shit into question when it comes to speculation of how people go about certain actions being done. And just because I've seen a lot of black developers and everything like that inside the game, well, not inside the game, but during the Sony press conference and shit like that,
Right.
I'm kind of wondering if they were kind of pandering to the black audience, just so you feel me, the numbers can go up. You feel me, or just try to play the sympathy role that
I said
major
that early
corporations
on when
do.
they first said, "Hey, we gonna not do our event this day because we want to make room for other voices." I was like, "Well, it was already kind of reported. I think that they were like still trying to get the event
They were still
together." Yeah, so
yeah,
it was
pretty
like,
much. So like,
was that really that, or was that just some other stuff? But I won't try to throw that at it. But yeah, you can definitely tell it was a little bit of pandering at some point. I think it started
yeah,
off, and I was very perceptive of this, but it started off with like a GTA trailer. They were showing GTA Online on the PS5, and at the end of
bro,
the GTA 5
bro.
joint, it was a lot of like,
Let's talk about how Rockstar is just milking the fuck out of GTA 5, yo. Can
I
we
think
just
we
talk about that real
I
quick?
think we had a whole episode dedicated to that. like we honestly broke down all of it, like how it's nasty. But I can't blame them.
It's,
It's one of their highest grossing games, though. Like, the
I mean,
fact that it's
but
going to be on
bruh,
another console, like this shit started off on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. To let you know,
Red
GTA
Dead
is going to
Redemption
be.
is looking like the recent child y'all just had, like a couple just had for real. You feel me? But it's just malnourished because the first child is just the better looking kid. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, but
That's how it's
that is
feeling.
ridiculous, yo. That shit came out on the 360, and now it was on the Xbox One, and now it's going to be on the third generation of consoles. Like,
You feel me? Like,
like, okay, Grand Theft Auto, like, but I think,
and
recently,
still with nothing new.
the community was saying like, hey, we probably gonna see a GTA 6 early on the console, and then Rockstar kind of dropped that ball because it was reported that they already had it in development, and I think they came out and was like, nah, we ain't. It's not as far along as you guys think it is, and all this other shit. So I don't. I guess that's why they were like, fuck it, let's just give them GTA 5 some more. But GTA, it'll probably be more so like the PC version of GTA, which is way better than the current version of GTA. If you ever play GTA on PC,
If that's
it
the
flows a
case,
lot better, like a lot better.
if that's the case, then I'm all for it.
It's
Then.
still a milk. Don't get me wrong, it's still a milk. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
I thought the Astro Playground joint was dope because like it kind of really showed off. It'll really show you the features of your actual controller. It'll probably have little segments inside the game where the haptic feedback is kicking in and all that other shit. And shout out to PlayStation for saying the haptic feedback was kind of phony on the Xbox One. We did that a year ago, or 2 years ago, 3 years, whatever the fucking Xbox came out. You guys weren't feeling it then, but now you guys are feeling it with the haptic feedback, triggers, and all that other stuff. And I thought it was interesting because I was like, with Sony not being able to interchange their batteries and stuff like that, like how is that going to work? You're going to kill your batteries even faster with the vibration of the controllers and all the other stuff. I know we had an episode.
It means them niggas is going to still be on them little ass Android fucking chargers. You feel me? All face hugging the fucking control. All face hugging the fucking TV just to charge your controller and play the game. It's going to be the same shit over and over, yo.
They also decided to put a microphone in the controller, which I thought was going to probably be bad.
It's going to be fucking trash, bro. It's going to sound like in fucking fishbowl. Basically, every side project that Xbox had, you feel me?
It does seem like
it's basically pretty much for real, like, even down to the basic shit. Like, my nigga, like, I don't know. At this point, Sony just looks like our little hand-me-down brother, yo. Even though PlayStation came out before Xbox show, it just seems like they're just doing all our hand-me-down shit, yo. Like,
it did make me get way more excited about the Microsoft event because now they have to come with it. I know if Uncle Phil, good old Uncle Phil, said he gonna come with nothing but games after. He said, it's all games from here on out. So we'll see how that goes.
He better start swinging out with exclusives.
That's why they couldn't. Yeah, that's why they couldn't
on
bring
some
Halo.
Real shit.
That's why they didn't show Forza. We're gonna get a whole bunch of that. We're gonna get another Gears, another Forza,
fuck
another
all these
Halo.
Indie niggas, you feel me? Let them niggas have their own little
We're gonna get a bunch of indie niggas. We probably get State of Decay 3.
Nah. Unless State of Decay 3, I'm really killing niggas. Fuck it. I don't want it. I don't want it. The State of Decay 2 was trash. Unless State of Decay 3 is really about some shit, fuck it. Keep that shit in development hell, my nigga.
But you need those little exclusives, yo, to kind of piggyback off of it.
Fuck them niggas, yo. I was lied to you on State of Decay 2. Fuck them niggas, yo.
State of Decay 2 wasn't a very great game.
Did the same shit as I did in the first one.
But I think the good part about that one was the multiplayer. But the multiplayer in there was pretty trash.
It was, nigga, what?
It was pretty awful.
Yeah, like State of Decay is just.
I was thinking with the PlayStation controller though and the mic, it would be kind of cool if you could if they use that for some type of voice commands, kind of how the Kinect had where you like could tell it to do things. I could see that possibly being a good thing. I know like on the remotes now they have a feature where you can voice talk to it to search for shows and shit like that. I'm sure that's where that's gonna come into handy when you
know, I was
on
thinking
Netflix looking for something.
So when you just said that, it clicked in my head. It was a lot of old top-down strategy games back in the day, like the old Command and Conquer games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
When you used to have your headset in and you could just used to talk to your controller, and it would pop up certain commands and different options for your squad to do. Yeah, maybe it could be an implementation of that inside in-game controls.
But no, I won't lie to you. Like after watching the event and everything, it definitely did make me kind of want a PlayStation. I won't lie. I was like, damn, yo, I might have to throw the bucks out. But that was more so probably because of the Spider-Man and the Gran Turismo, Ratchet Clank.
It should actually capture the nigga. Yeah.
One game that kind of pissed me off.
I was looking like, I gotta get a PlayStation.
The game that kind of pissed me off was the whole Deathloop game, though. Like I started doing a lot of research into the Deathloop, and pretty much it's like a black man on an island. And the objective of the characters on the island is to kill this one black dude. And like I was saying, all of them have like white mask on. Every single character in the game has a white mask on, except the one character who's a black female that ends up killing them the most and all this other stuff. And it's called Deathloop. You literally keep playing the same game or same scenarios out trying to escape this island. And I thought, like, in this climate right now, that's probably not the best game to showcase. Or if it is a game that you want to put out, just not right now. I
don't know. Like,
not right now.
I was a little hyped for it at first until we had the discussion, and it was good to have a second eye opinion on it, because it was a little bit of red flags that I was raising too. But maybe I was still caught up in nostalgic feels, because I don't know if you're familiar with a game called Time Splitters. I don't know if you ever heard of a game like that.
Yeah, I definitely Time Splitters.
It gave me those type of feels and vibes, so maybe that's why I was just a little acceptable of it, just to see how far that game could go.
It could be me reading into a lot of bullshit too, but it just felt weird. But it felt weird.
But from firsthand actually looking into it, it does look a little odd. You feel me? You got nothing but all white characters and all white costumes. Just hunting down a black man that's really
On an
just trying to
island.
escape the
On
island.
an
Yeah,
island.
and then the only, you feel me? You will think
The
his
only
only
face character,
ally.
the face the character with another face is a black woman. Yeah.
hmm You would think that like that would be his ally, but no, it's just she's a part of the whole sick shit too. And it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of sick. It's kind of nasty.
And the thing that really kind of made me mad is like the way they were like the marketing of it. Like the tied tag was Deathloop, and then they had the quotations on it, kind of how like Virgil does with his clothing line right now, like the streetwear
hmm
thing. It just was weird to me. I'm like, who are you branding this toward? Why does it look like this? And then I looked into the company that makes it, and I looked up the developers, and that goes about a conversation we had on another episode, our GTA episode. We talk about just representation of black characters and black people being in a room to
hmm
make certain decisions or to sign off on things or to just give us an idea, spectrum, to lend some type of something. Like you
Yeah,
need that because then stuff like this happens.
yeah, because you'll always have either misappropriation or misrepresentation in a lot of shit, and just because I can tell when you look at a lot of those developers, they really didn't have no black people inside those rooms.
Yeah, of course
Because
not.
yeah, because a lot of shit will be corrected. Because you can honestly look at a lot of games, a lot of open world games back in the day. You can see how they had an influence of just black people. You feel me? Whether it came from like true crime streets of LA and New York. You feel me?
Hmm.
You could kind of see it was some black developers inside that damn office when it comes to the interaction of certain people from certain areas inside them fucking things inside the game. You feel me?
Right, and
But even
it's
in
important.
GTA, it was kind of corny though. But like they made the effort to at least try to reach out to niggas to see what is acceptable. You feel me and everything like that. But I don't know.
It is. It can be a little sad and stuff like that. But I don't know. It was just weird looking at it. And I know Bethesda Games, and I can't. I think it's something Studios, Lion Studios or Akalon Studios. I can't really remember the exact name of the particular studio that does it, but I know they even faced a little backlash back in the day for the game Prey, where the original
Mm,
character was calling for a Native American character, and then they swapped it off for some brown-haired white guy. So
I remember that.
I know a few people had some issues. Sorry about that. A few people had some issues with that whole thing.
And Prey was like an anticipated game. It
Yeah,
was like one of
definitely.
the
It was
most
a huge
anticipated
game. Yeah,
games 2 consoles ago.
and then I think even that community was had an outcry saying like there's a lack of Native American characters, and you don't really see the last one was
Yeah.
probably
The last one was
Torok.
Torok
Yeah,
for real. You feel me? Shout out to my nigga Torok. You feel me?
but yeah, I think a game that did it really well would probably have to be Mafia. If you want to get into that topic, I know you had a great
Oh yeah.
segment that you wanted to cover on that.
Um, just um, just the overall feel of Mafia 3 for real. You feel me? You just the perspective of playing a black man. I think is it in the 1940s or 50s? Can't really remember, but it is in that era for real. You feel me? Just post Jim Crow, motherfucking Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and you just already know it's the South, so it's just shit's real for a black man. You feel me?
Hmm.
So just the overall feel and vibe of the game, I felt as though like I can't remember the studio that actually developed Mafia 3. I can't remember the name off back, but like shouts out to them for actually getting the element correct cuz I think notice what I'm noticing watching a lot of white people play Mafia 3 versus watching a lot of black people play in my own perspective playing, a
Hmm.
lot of black people came to the same definitive conclusion like the world of Mafia 3 was done so right to the
Hmm.
point
Yeah,
you said fuck the
for sure.
story. It was just the atmosphere
Even the story was
that
good
captured
though.
you. Yeah, even the story was good, but it was just the overall atmosphere of the game itself. You feel me?
It's
Even though the
oh wow,
gameplay
yeah.
itself was repetitive, it was just it hit a
And
special place
I never
in
beat
a nigga
Mafia,
heart.
but I do remember like walking around and all that other stuff. You get a real sense of like a timepiece, and I
Mm-hmm.
think we were talking about that at some point where like you don't really get a whole lot of accurate timepieces and stuff on video
Mm-hmm.
games, and it's such a great story that you can tell with the African American community and the different diversity and stuff like the different diversity and stories that you can tell alone.
Yeah.
It is amazing, and shout out to Mafia for really taking the time and the due diligence to really go down that hole of trying to create a product piece or a timepiece of where you get stamped. And I think we were talking about like how it must feel to be a person of a different race or something like that
Yeah.
to play with a video game character. Because I know, like, when I'm playing with a white character in a video game, it's like, you know what I mean? You playing with him and everything, and then the story of it makes sense. Like, we'll go to Mafia 1 when you playing as that dude and you going through that story. You like, damn, this is how the Mafia is. Like, different stories can be told through timepieces and everything like that. Like, you know, you watch movies and stuff like that, and they can be very informative. But when you're actually playing the story out, you get a little more of it. So yeah, I definitely would like to see more of that in video games and everything.
I think Assassin's Creed did an amazing job on actually captivating certain timepieces in certain eras. You feel me? Just actually being able to just navigate and actually meet motherfuckers like Leonardo da Vinci or Napoleon. You feel me? It's just certain shit like that, and actually get an insight of how these niggas actually
I think
moved
that's
and
a great way to
operated.
teach kids too. Like, I
It
don't know.
is. It is. If it wasn't for God of War, yo, I would have never passed Greek mythology
Yeah, I got a lot of my
in
Greek
English.
mythology and
You
stuff
feel
too
me?
from that. Like, just
hmm
knowing who's who and who's where they fit.
Yeah, and I felt like I had a overall step above everybody in my class. Like, I passed that shit with flying colors, yo. Like, and I didn't even pay attention in class during that time. You feel me? So it was just like, fuck, like what the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, but they at PlayStation, man. Like, other than the death loop and what Tone's talking about with them pandering and stuff like that, they had a great event. And now we're gonna get into the bullshit. Unfortunately, the console design, I don't know, shit definitely looks like a huge router. I was looking at this. I was looking at the scale of it last night. It's going to be literally probably one of the biggest consoles we've seen in recent time. It's bigger than the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3. It's bigger than them all. So that joint is gonna take up a lot of space. I hope you got a sturdy entertainment stand or some shit, cause that bitch is gonna be
Man,
hefty.
you know niggas put that shit on either the floor or on a motherfucking milk crate. Them motherfuckers don't believe in stands, yo.
That joint gonna take up a lot of room. A lot of room.
hmm
Also, I know a while ago we had reported that Bloomberg was saying that the PlayStation was having heating issues and stuff. I looked a little further into that, and it turns out that the reason why they were having heating issues and the reason why the cost was probably going to be as high as it was is because of the heating solution that they tried to use was like an offshoot or a one-off thing. So when you do stuff like that inside of something that you have to mass produce, it's like the cost can be high because you have to keep replicating the same system inside
hmm
of all the other consoles. So I think the thing that they tried to do to cut costs down on that, I don't know if they changed it out or they just decided to go with a disk driveless console. So you will be getting two PlayStations. So you have the one with the 4K HD Blu-ray disk drive and the one that doesn't. So I thought that was a little nasty too. So not nasty, but it does give people options. So that's good
Yeah,
that people have options and everything like that. But it also
rich boy
showed
and
me
broke
that
boy option.
yeah, the broke boy option. And no, by all means, we're not shitting on anybody.
Yeah, we
If you
not
if
shitting
you
on
can't
anybody. You
afford it,
feel me?
motherfucker, don't try to stress yourself out grabbing it because you think
hmm
it's what you need. What you need. And plus, I think the game's
Wait
gonna
them
be
6 months out, bro.
yeah. And then look, motherfuckers don't even like. I don't buy discs anymore, so it will make sense
Right.
to just get the digital one. But if you
And then
do
a
plan
lot
on
of these
watching movies
games,
and stuff,
yeah, and plus a lot of these games they're showcasing are not even going to come out or be day one title
yeah,
drops.
it
You
was a
feel
lot
me?
of
So
2021 up there too. So like, don't get
yeah,
it confused. A lot of 2021. Um, yeah, but the thing about that whole console thing was the disc driveless one versus the disc drive one. I don't think you're really gonna see I don't think you're gonna see too many differences other than you not being able to put physical CDs in your console. I don't think it has any performance lacking abilities, right? I'll have to look a little further into that, but I think other than that, other than not having a disk drive, you should be pretty good to go.
hopefully. I
And I know
mean,
modernly, none of my friends really use discs anymore. We all go digital, saving the
mhm.
earth.
I think I might be the only one that might still use disc every now and then for certain games.
Yeah, I don't have a game that's on disc, I don't think.
I got at least a good 10. I still got at least a good 10 though on disc.
See, I think that goes back, like, again, not to keep beating on that drum, to the other episode we were having about if you're not a dude that likes to buy the collector's editions of the Xbox
hmm
or of the
See, and that's
games.
the thing. Certain games I do
Yeah,
have
see,
the collector's editions.
that's what a disc tray come into play because you don't want to have to buy the game twice. You can just buy the
That is
collector's
true.
edition with the disc. So take that into mind when you are purchasing a PlayStation. The shit is ugly though. Like a lot of people are saying they like it, but I think the slim model actually looks better than the version with the disc drive. The disc drive almost looks weird, the positioning of it. Like it's just off to the side. It makes the console look even crazier, like it's wiggling.
The ergonomics on it just looks.
It looks like it overheats. Yeah, it looks like it overheats. But man, I gotta find this article.
I'm wondering what's the cooling situation on it, just off of looking at it, you feel me?
Yeah,
I'm
Xbox, so they got a huge PC fan in there, so we ain't got to worry about those things. Recently, they just revealed on the website Play Asia that the disc drive one is probably going to be around. I don't know. Just take this with a grain of salt, but this did just come out recently, so don't kill us if it's wrong. But if it is right, give us our credit. Right now, Play Asia has the PlayStation with the disc drive listed at $699, so about $700.
$699. Ooh. So you probably add 50 on the one.
No, you probably had to take 50 off the one with the without the disc drive. This is the disc drive one that's going for $699 up here. So, I don't know what to say. $700.
Shit.
I literally just popped this article up and I'm looking at it right now. I haven't had a chance to read it, but it has it listed for $700 USD.
Shit.
If that's the case, and this motherfucker is $700, yikes. They have the controller up here listed at $80. Yikes.
At 80?
$80 for the controller, and then $700 for the console.
Do you really want to spend that, beloved? That's almost you technically almost going to spend literally a rack buying that console. Like, let's be honest, because if you get the one with everything on it, including the extra controller,
disc drive one extra controller. Yeah, you coming out of there.
You're gonna buy another. You're probably gonna buy some hard drive space. If it does drop with that, you feel me? If it does drop on the same day with that, you're probably gonna get some hard drive space. Not only just that, you're gonna cop at least a game or two because you're not just gonna play the shit that's already on the fucking console.
Niggas might not grab
a headset too.
Niggas
man, of course, a headset.
So a headset, controller, some games. You probably busting a bang.
At least 900. 900.
Yeah, man, I'm glad that news just dropped. Like, so I'm glad that article posted. So I think that might be official. So we have some type of inkling of what the price is going to be. So we looking at about $700, $80 for the controller. The headset probably going to be about. Honestly, I'd say it's going to be up in the high 150, 180 range if I had to guess. They also launching a PS camera. That's probably going to be about 80 to 100. Yeah, man, it's gonna be PlayStation gonna be pricey this year, and they know they got a lot of fans and stuff like that. So like, I'm very interested to see how much the slim model is gonna cost if that's actually the actual price for the hard drive one, not the hard drive one. I'm sorry, the disc drive one, because that's a lot of fucking money. $700 is ridiculous. Like, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's, man, if you're living in a studio apartment, that's your rent right there, bro.
That's really rent. Like, that's half rent, but. I know the rumors I've been hearing right now is that the Xbox is probably going to be slated somewhere around fucking 400, 450. If that's if that's the case,
I'm being out there day 1 year.
Yeah, if that's the case, you might want to get an Xbox. Like, if the Xbox is already, how do you justify that? If the Xbox is more powerful, how do you express spending all that extra bread? That
pretty much
$300
for a lot of you PlayStation
or
niggas. Only just gonna play the same 4 games over and over again. You feel me?
That's a fucking bombshell. So shouts out to Play Asia for that link.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, shouts out to that. I think that's going to do it for our PlayStation news. I didn't really have anything else, Tony. Anything else you wanted to say on the PlayStation news?
I was a little. It was something that caught my eye. Give me 1 second.
Okay, well, why you think
Demon Souls?
Oh yeah, actually. Demon Souls. Oh yeah, Demon Souls. Shouts out to Demon Souls. Yeah, Fuck yeah, like Demon Souls look fucking amazing. I was watching that trailer. I was like, yo, this shit looks good. What was your takeaways from
With Demon Souls, I was a little it gave me a lot of see Dark Souls vibes. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Dark Souls, so it immediately
same game.
captivated me. Yeah, but like it was an
The
improvement
graphics look
from.
good. Yeah, the
Yeah, I was
graphics
about
look
to get into
amazing,
that.
yo.
It was
Like,
definitely an improvement from the first one. You feel
and
me?
that was
So
one. That was
I'm
one of the
definitely
games I was looking
excited.
at. It like, oh fuck, I can't. I might have to get a PlayStation for this, but after PlayStation
Mm,
dropped that 700 bomb, yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah,
I
I'm
might
a
not be
little on the
playing no
fence right
Demon
now.
Souls. Like that's crazy. Like I'm
Shit.
low key baffled. While we on blunders right now, I'm also perusing the joint. So it's reported that I don't know if you ever heard of the game called Gods and Monsters.
Okay,
So
it sounds
recently,
familiar.
recently it's a Ubisoft game. Recently Strata had accidentally put the game out, and the game is still in development by Ubisoft. So that's a huge fucking fumble on Strata's behalf. The game was listed on Strata as what's the name of it? Well, it was listed as something else, and people quickly realized that, oh no, this is Gods versus Gods and Monsters. And I know Ubisoft is probably furious right now, like to put out
Mm,
a unreleased game right now. They like they're reporting that they're taking down all the videos off YouTube and everything of the game being played.
really?
Yeah, so that's a huge mistake on Strata's behalf. And
Mm,
as an early video game company or whatever you want to call it, somebody who's throwing their hat into the ring. This is an actual console, I guess you would say. As somebody who's throwing their hat into the ring, that's a pretty big mistake early on. Not good. You want to build up trust with these companies and stuff like that. They want to know what you're doing. Want to make sure that they're giving you content and you processing it on how it's going to work on your devices or whatever. Stuff like that
hmm.
can't happen. That's a pretty big mistake, Google. I don't know how of Google of all people to do something like that is crazy.
Yeah, especially as heavy they are when it comes to fucking copyright and shit. When it comes to YouTube, you
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure Ubisoft is fucking pissed. Fucking pissed. Like
Oh
that's
man,
that's a
damn.
yeah. I'm sitting
That's
here like
funny
that's
as
a
shit just to think about
yeah.
it.
That's a huge
It's
fumble on
kind of
their behalf.
ironic.
And especially with the new consoles coming out and you trying to convert people over from
Hmm.
consoles to your platform. Think like if you're
It's
Ubisoft,
probably a dirty move. It looked like it was a dirty move.
you think so?
I mean, come on, Stride is a Google console, correct?
Uh
You
what
feel me? Just to actually just drop that out there like
what
that.
they
You
got
feel
against
me?
Ubisoft? They trying to build, not destroy. It's
Just
I think it was honestly a mistake them like not knowing not knowing how to lock certain features off from players or some shit. I don't know.
mm,
But as Google, I'm not Google, Ubisoft, I feel like for game developers to take down videos of the game being played or whatever, it's kind of bullshit. Like if somebody's playing some shit that you're developing and stuff like that, it only will build hype for their community.
see,
Like I know
yeah,
like, they might look
yeah.
at it like, oh, they can't run the risk of people playing an unfinished game and judging it on that, but they fucking put out PUBG, an unfinished game.
Niggas seen the fucking success with that. You feel
Yeah,
me?
but it's like I don't know. Like I understand them being upset about it, but not don't fuck with people's content for putting the videos out. That's a come up. Like oh shit, hell yeah, this is this. Let me get these views
Hmm.
off, and it's gonna bring up
It's gonna bring
excitement
in
and
a
stuff.
better fan
Yeah,
base. Like
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
start making noise. People gonna
that
start
shit.
checking it out. All of that shit. I don't
I
know.
wish
Game
a
companies
lot
be
more
moving
companies
weird.
actually. Yeah, I wish like a lot more companies actually thought about that. Actually, you feel me? Just say fuck it. We're just gonna put out the pre-alpha. You feel me? Just the pre-alpha to the community. Probably charge the community $10 to $15. I'd be all for it.
Yeah,
Just for the
I don't
pre-alpha.
think I don't think anybody has a problem with the whole early access joints that's going on right now. I
Hmm.
think everybody kind of is enjoying the early access games and people putting their money out
Pretty
and
much,
letting it rock.
and especially once the full game actually dropped, the community that you already built behind just having the games just be inside these
Hmm.
pre-development launches, you feel me, will just always carry you forever. You feel me?
And I don't understand how they don't even like the insight that you can gain from it. So now you have a community that's
And
getting access to the game early. They're telling you what they don't like about it, telling you what needs to be fixed and all of it stuff. You you're gonna put it out to get to testers anyway. So now you have a large
Mm-hmm.
scale of testers, and the community can kind of shape the build of the game. I don't know why developers constantly try to fight against the gamers. Like, we're the people you're there for. So if a motherfucker uploading the shit on his channel, obviously he's hype about it, or he's trying to get other people hype about it. I mean, yeah, you have people on there that's turning it down. I think recently with the whole going back to Sony, what's the game? The Last of Us. A lot of their footage leaked, a lot of their story
Mm-hmm.
leaked, a lot of gameplay leaked, and like Naughty Dog and Sony, they went haywire trying to backtrack and clean it up and get rid of all that other shit. Now I understand if you're doing
Yeah.
it because it's a story driven game and like you don't want to ruin it for people, because that then might have people not buy what you're selling and stuff like that. But I think that's more like a sandbox game anyway. So
I ain't
like I
gonna
don't really
lie.
see the
But
reason in that.
apparently, word on the street when it comes down to that, it definitely hurt Naughty Dog because apparently the ending for The Last of Us was quite disappointing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people saying they were disappointed with it and they didn't like some of the characters' choices and all the other stuff. So like, and that, but it's still, I
Hmm.
mean, you still you still put it out, like that's the game that you're making. So don't try to get mad at that's what you did. Like when it comes out, what do you think people going to change their mind? Like like it's still going to be the
Right.
same shit unless you switch and alter the ending. Which you then if you do that, that's some sucker shit. Not sucker shit, but like that's weird that you would
Again,
try to
at
switch the
least
ending
give
and all of this stuff, then take all the
multiple
content
endings.
down.
Yeah.
I never played The Last of Us, dude. Is that a game that has multiple endings? I played some of it, but never really fully played it.
I never finished the first one.
So, so you don't know if it is one of those games that has multiple endings, like a Dead Rising say?
Um, don't get me wrong, I beat it, so I know how like the main character of the first one died. Like, don't it's not even spoiler at this point. Like, it's just shit was on PlayStation 3, so I know how the dude Joel dies and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but I don't know. Like, I haven't replayed it to see if it was actually like an alternate ending. You feel me?
I got you. And I don't think they probably have alternate ending and stuff like that. They might do. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll check the internet. Listeners, are you listening? If you're listening to this, drop in the comment section below. Did we
PlayStation
do that
niggas,
this?
yeah, inform us.
We didn't even do that this episode, did we? I did actually what you were smoking on. I did the call outs and shout outs. And if not, don't forget to go ahead and listen. Listen. Don't forget to comment down below what you smoking on. We got you through the week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And while we at it, while we in a little intermission real quick, think I hit all our topics, but I do wanna give this brother a shout out. And that's a shout out going on to Mel Winkler. That's the guy who voiced Crash Bandicoot. He lost his life at the tender age of
Mm.
78. So a lot of childhood memories and stuff attached to
Damn.
that game, that series, that person. So I just want to go ahead and say rest in peace to him and shout out to the legacy left behind with a great game, great voice, and I
For
don't know,
sure. For
man.
sure.
Just good times.
Damn, man. Damn, that really hurts. That really hurts. That he was definitely a major voice in just everybody's childhood. If you ever played Crash Bandicoot, I'm quite sure he was quite familiar with a lot more games, but just with a simple history of Crash Bandicoot being with like us and the immediate callback to it, it's definitely hurting just thinking about every time I got a Ooga Booga Mash. You feel me? And homie just popped up and shit like that. Damn, yo, that shit hurts. But rest in peace to the brother for sure, man.
Yeah, man. And on that note, I think we're gonna go ahead and close this episode. It's been a great episode. I'm surprised about that $700 price tag. I'm very
I am
interested in
too. I'm
that.
still stuck on that,
Yeah,
my nigga. I was just thinking about that shit.
I'm probably gonna jump off and do a little more research on that. Like if that thing
Mm.
is costing $700, that's crazy. But we enjoyed you guys tuning in and hope you guys enjoyed us. It's been another interesting episode of Two Ninja Kickback. Camo the Mano signing out. Tone, close out.
Closing out statement. I just want to say, everybody, if it's yellow, keep it mellow.